I don't want to ask ChatGPT. I want to ask you guys directly. Where are the rare breed of single Christian men of God? Where do we find you guys? I haven't come across you guys in a long time. Where'd you go?
Where are we finding single Christian men? Because I feel guilty about looking at church. You go there to learn about Jesus, not to be looking, on the other side at the handsome man. And if you do find a handsome man at church, guess what? He's already got a ring. So if I can't find one at church, what's left? Where do I go? Please do not say dating apps. I cannot handle another dating app. I'm going to farmers markets. Well, that's kind of all I've been to. Just tell me where I need to start going and I will go. I will be there. Where are you at?
Where do the liberal Christian men hang out at?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because I'm not finding one. The type that love Jesus but also think everyone deserves equal rights. The type that will go to church with you on Sunday but then take you out to brunch with mimosas after. The ones that believe that women should have a right to choose what to do with their body. Even if they personally believe a certain thing, they know that they are not a woman, so they should not be making that decision for you. The ones that love Jesus and his word but understand that not everybody lives the same lifestyle as you and we cannot use religion to push laws. The ones that like that my Spotify Wrapped went from Waymaker to Paint the Town Red and doesn't have an issue with it. Am I looking for a unicorn? I feel like I had that in my last relationship. We had all of the same values. We loved Jesus, but we also loved people. And we loved making sure people were loved by us, this version of Christianity.
So I attended church one Sunday and pastor said, all the ladies stand. He was doing something pertaining to the ladies. And when I look around, everybody was standing. Mark you, I attend one of those large church. And I was like, where are the men in the church? Yeah. So I want to know why men don't go church, or if they go church, which church are going?
Just sitting here thinking about how I went to singles night at church and it was hundreds. I mean, at least 1,000. First I thought it was 500, but the pastor said it was 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, or even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes, literally African-American women. Like a room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment. Like, this has to be like a simulation. Is that the word I want to use? I think so. Like, I'm confused and I'm like low-key, like nervous, like for us. Wish it for myself, y'all. Because where are the men? Where are the men? Then again, don't know. Never mind. Don't. We know where.
Okay, guys, stay with me. I want to know, why is it that there's so many single women desiring marriage? And I'm speaking about in a Christian environment. In a Christian environment where there's men and women, God-fearing, how is it that there's so many women desiring marriage but not as many men? Now, I know women are not the ones that propose to themselves, so the blame is not on women. I just genuinely want to know, what is the issue that as a woman desiring marriage in a Christian environment, what is the issue that you're facing? Because I'm seeing so many high achieving women and I'm looking around like, how are you desiring marriage when there should be a litter of men lining up at your door? And now I want to know, is it that the men that are in the churches are not doing it for the women, or is it that the men are not interested and they would rather bring a woman from outside the church inside the church? Or is it that the men are not interested? What is the issue? I want to know, what is the issue that you seem to be facing? Because I'm it's just always confusing to me, because I'm like, there's 90 single men in this church. How are you telling me that not a single one tickles your fancy? Or are you telling me not a single one is interested in you? Like, I want to know genuinely, because I want to know, what is the issue that you face? What is the issue that you personally think is what's hindering women from getting married?
Single black Christian men, where are y'all? Where are y'all? Because me and the homegirls, we're tired. We're tired. And I understand that me, especially representing the introvert club, we do a lot of stay at our houses. But I am starting a movement where we are getting out the house, okay? We are going out, being about, so that we are in position to be found. But the thing that we need to know is, where do y'all be? Where do y'all be? Like, man, help us. Down in the comments, help us. Tell us where you be at. And then let us know. Drop the addies, drop the locations, drop all of the many different things. And we finna be there. Like, I started this challenge where I as a single black 25-year-old introverted Christian woman, is going to be outside somewhere at least once a week for the rest of 2025. And I have several homegirls that have jumped on the bandwagon. So, to make this easier for all of us, you tell us where we need to be so that y'all can do the finding. All right? I'm ready for the wedding season! Me and the homegirls, we're tired! Help us!
Is anybody else feeling so frustrated with the fact that they're single? Like, I understand that it's God's timing, and when I tell you I trust in that man with my whole life, I mean it. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm still frustrated about it. And that's okay, because I'm being raw with my feeling. God wants us to bring our feelings to him and be vulnerable with that. And if I'm being vulnerable, I'm so frustrated. And I know I can't be the only one. So if you're feeling the same way, let's talk about it. What are you struggling with? Because I know I can't be the only one that's feeling this way. And it's so frustrating when people tell you it'll happen when you least expect it, or are your standards too high, or like all the other things that people tell you. Because I have faith in people. I know that there's wonderful people out there. I'm not saying that the dating scene is trash or anything, because I know that there's wonderful people. I think social media has clouded a lot of things and made it more difficult for people to find authentic relationships. But I think that there's wonderful, wonderful people out there. I'm just saying that I know I can't be the only one that's feeling so frustrated in this season of my life. And I know that God will provide, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm so frustrated. So if you're feeling this, or if you resonate with this, let's all talk about it, because I don't think it's talked about.
If you're a single LDS man, I need you to stop scrolling for a minute, because I genuinely do not understand what's going on here. There are so many incredible single women in the church, like kind, faithful, emotionally intelligent, educated, independent, funny, successful, and somehow still single. Meanwhile, LDS men will be like, I just want a good girl who loves the gospel, and she's literally right in front of you, and you're terrified. Why? Why does commitment feel like a threat instead of a goal? And why does it seem like the moment a woman is educated, has her own money, her own opinions, her own life, her own house, it's suddenly intimidating? Because independence doesn't mean we don't want a partnership. It means we're choosing you, not needing you. And I feel like some LDS men were raised with this idea that they need to be the provider, the leader, the fixer. And if a woman already has her life together, it makes them feel unnecessary. But here's the thing. No one is asking you to be our dad. We want a teammate, a partner, a best friend, someone to grow with. Crazy. Also, can we talk about the fear of commitment? Like, you'll date someone for months, do coupley things, meet friends, family members, talk about the future, and then the second things get real, it's like, gone. I'm just not ready. Ready for what? Because marriage has always been the goal here. And it just feels like a lot of amazing women are being passed over because some men are scared of not being needed, instead of excited about being chosen. So if you're an emotionally intelligent man who's LDS, between the ages of like 25 to 35, congrats, you're a unicorn, and where are you at?
Yo, what is going on, guys? So apparently there's a whole movement of single Christians asking the internet where all the good ones went. Church, farmers markets, singles nights, group chats, everybody's looking everywhere except in the mirror. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into it. She lists 3 requirements like they're rare, but confident and emotionally available almost never show up in the same guy twice. And she's dated both versions before, just never at the same time. He wants independence right up until it disagrees with him, and calls the disagreement disrespect instead of what it actually is. Trusting the timing and refreshing everyone's engagement posts every night are 2 different things. And she's doing the second one a lot more than the first. Nobody's asking him to change his whole life. They're asking him to stop treating a 3-year relationship like a trial period with no expiration date. That's not one type of man. That's 2 different men stitched together. And she's mad the tailoring keeps failing. Funny how the same guy wants a partner who's successful enough to be impressive at dinner, but available enough to drop everything the moment he decides he's ready. Checking every box on paper and being someone people actually want to come home to are not the same category, and most people figure that out a lot earlier than paper does. At the end of the day, everybody in these clips is asking the same question from a different angle, and nobody wants to hear the actual answer, which is usually less about the dating pool and a lot more about the person standing in it. Let me know which one hit closest to home, drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.